You know, there's a moment that happens to almost every senior traveler. A moment when you're sitting at the gate, looking around, and wondering, how is everyone else gliding through this airport while I'm the one stressed, waiting, or exhausted? And here's the truth almost nobody says out loud. Airports are designed for efficiency, not comfort. And whenever comfort does exist, you usually have to know exactly what to ask for. And that's the part most travelers miss, especially seniors. Because the travel system doesn't run on fairness. It runs on policies, loopholes, and quiet advantages that only help the people who know about them. Today, you're going to be one of those people. Because the real reason this information feels hidden isn't that anyone is trying to trick you. It's simply that most airport staff assume you already know. Airlines assume you've flown often enough to figure it out. And fellow travelers? Well, they're not exactly volunteering their secrets either. So in this video, we're going deep into the 12 pre-flight airport mistakes seniors wish they knew sooner, the ones that drain your energy, cost you money, eliminate comfort, and add stress you never needed to experience. By the end of this video, you'll understand why certain lines move faster than others, how to get help without feeling guilty or embarrassed, and how to turn the airport from something you must fight through into something that quietly works for you. Let's start with the first mistake, because it sets the tone for the entire travel experience, and it's the one that surprises people the most. Mistake number one, arriving at the airport prepared instead of prearranged. Most seniors show up to the airport prepared, boarding pass printed, medication packed, liquids sorted, maybe even a neat folder with travel documents. But here's the real travel secret. Prepared is good, but prearranged is unstoppable because the airport doesn't reward organization, it rewards systems. And if you don't prearrange the systems waiting for you, you work harder than everyone else. Imagine this instead. You get out of the car, and there's someone already expecting you. A wheelchair assistant, a priority path, a dedicated security lane, and boarding that requires zero rushing. Most seniors don't realize this level of support isn't special treatment. It's already built into the travel system, but only activated if you request it before you arrive. Not at check-in, not at the gate, before you ever leave home. When you do this, every step of your airport journey becomes smoother, and not only for mobility reasons. Even if you don't use the chair, you get the structure, the escort, and the shortcuts that save energy. There is nothing to qualify for, no age check, no disability form, nothing. You simply notify the airline ahead of time. And if you think this makes a small difference, wait until you hear the next one. Mistake number two, letting the airline decide your seat instead of quietly controlling the entire row. Here's something most travelers overlook. Airline seating algorithms prioritize efficiency, not comfort, and seniors are often placed in whatever open seat the system finds convenient, not what's best for you. But you can influence the system silently. For seniors, comfort isn't luxury, it's necessary. And the biggest comfort upgrade isn't legroom, it's control of the row. Airlines rarely mention this, but seat maps behave differently when you do one thing. Choose an aisle seat near the back during online check-in. Why the back? Because solo middle seats in the rear are the last to fill, meaning you have the highest chance of an empty seat beside you. Why the aisle? Because it gives you mobility, faster exit, easier access, and turns the empty middle into your bonus space. This isn't about luck, it's pattern-based. Airline systems fill window seats first, aisle seats second, middle seats last, and middle seats in the back last of all. When you play into that pattern, you're not hoping for comfort, you're setting yourself up for it. But speaking of setting yourself up, this next mistake is the one that wears most seniors down before they even reach the gate. Mistake number three, walking the airport instead of letting the airport work for you. Airports are huge because airlines want to maximize shopping, gate access, and flight volume. None of that is built with senior comfort in mind. But the airport does have one system actually designed for seniors, the electric cart network. Most people think those carts are only for medical needs, or that you need a wheelchair request first. Neither is true. Carts run fixed routes every 10 to 15 minutes, and they're there specifically for travelers who need reduced walking, including seniors. The part nobody tells you? They don't approach you. You have to signal them. And nearly every senior traveler misses them because they don't know where to stand or what to do. Stand beside the main walking lane, keep eye contact with the driver, and they will stop. If you're seated and the cart is already full, they'll radio the next one. And here's the best part. Once the first staff member helps you, every other staff member along the way continues helping you. It becomes a chain reaction of assistance you didn't know existed. But this next mistake is even bigger, and it affects nearly every senior at security. Mistake number 4, going through standard security instead of the senior security path that already exists. Most seniors don't realize there's a built-in security shortcut that TSA agents quietly use all the time, but rarely announce. If you're 75 or older, you can keep shoes on, light jackets on, laptops in your bag, liquids in your bag. This cuts your effort in half and speeds you through security. But the part most seniors miss is this. Agents won't automatically offer it. You simply have to mention your age. This isn't special treatment. It's an official policy designed to reduce stress and speed up the line. Once agents know, they guide you through the faster route and give more flexible screening options. It makes your entire airport experience feel easier and safer. But speaking of safety, this next mistake is something seniors regret more than anything else. Mistake number 5, not declaring medications, which triggers unnecessary inspections. Medication isn't just allowed, it's prioritized. Yet most seniors hide it at the bottom of their bag, hoping TSA won't touch it. But the truth is, medications are the least problematic things in your carry-on, as long as you declare them. When you quietly declare your meds at the start, TSA actually gives you more options and faster processing. Why? Because declared medication becomes a category that receives minimal questioning. Undeclared medication becomes a category that gets flagged. A 10-second declaration saves minutes of bag checks, confusion, and stress. And here's the quiet advantage. Any medically necessary liquid, even over 100 milliliters, is allowed. You don't need to prove your age, your condition, or your prescription. You simply need to state that it is medically required. Most seniors don't realize how much smoother their experience gets when they do this. And it's nothing compared to what comes next, because this next tip is a game changer. Mistake number 6, standing in the wrong line at check-in, the secret assistance lane. Airports use multiple lines, but only one is designed to reduce stress for seniors, the assistance/special services lane. It exists at almost every major airport, but it's usually off to the side, sometimes completely unmarked. And most first-time flyers never notice it. When you use this lane, you get faster service, calmer staff, more patient explanations, help with seat assignments, priority bag tagging, early boarding help. You don't have to qualify. You don't have to prove anything. You simply say you need extra time or support. Most seniors think they'll be asking for too much, but airlines built this lane for you, and the staff assigned to it are trained specifically to help older travelers. And if this one surprised you, wait for the next one, because it connects directly. Mistake number 7, checking bags the normal way and missing the priority tag meant for seniors. There's an unspoken rule airlines use when dealing with older passengers. If you appear to need more time or convenience, they give it to you, but only if you initiate the conversation. That's why most seniors who express even mild mobility difficulty receive a priority baggage tag. This tag speeds your bag through the system, reduces wait time, and gets you out of the airport faster at your destination. Most airlines don't advertise this because it complicates operations, but it's absolutely available. And here's the part few people know. Priority tagging also reduces the chance of your bag going missing. You save time, you save stress, and you quietly jump ahead of hundreds of other bags. But speaking of jumping ahead, that leads perfectly to the next mistake, one that every senior regrets when boarding begins. Mistake number 8, Not using early boarding, even when you qualify by age alone. Many seniors think early boarding requires a wheelchair or special assistance. Not true. Most airlines allow pre-boarding or early boarding for seniors, especially those over 65 or 70. The staff won't announce it loudly because pre-boarding is designed to stay controlled, not crowded. But if you simply approach the gate agent and say, "I need a little more time to get down the jet bridge," they'll place you in the pre-boarding group. This isn't a favor. This is a system that already exists. You just activate it by speaking up. And this moment right here, early boarding, is where stress either begins or disappears entirely, because boarding late forces you to rush, squeeze through people, find overhead space, deal with crowds, stand in line. Boarding early gives you time, calm, and space, and you'll feel the difference instantly. Now, if you're finding this helpful so far, then you're exactly the kind of traveler I make these videos for. So real quick, nothing salesy, just a tiny reminder. If you love uncovering hidden travel perks like these, make sure you're subscribed to BoardiFly. This channel is built for travelers who want to fly smarter, not just cheaper, especially seniors who deserve comfort without having to fight for it. All right, let's continue, because this next mistake is one of the most costly. Mistake number 9, paying for airport meals instead of using the senior eligible lounge loophole. This is the airport perk seniors are always shocked by. You don't need first class. You don't need status. You don't need a premium ticket. You just need the right credit card, day pass, or airline-linked membership, many of which offer discounted senior rates or free passes bundled into travel cards. Most lounges include comfortable seating, free hot meals, quiet spaces, free drinks, clean restrooms, help with rebooking if needed. And here's the senior-specific advantage nobody talks about. Lounge agents often prioritize older travelers when flights are delayed or canceled. They're more proactive, more attentive, and much faster than the regular customer service desk. So instead of sitting at the gate for hours, you sit in comfort, get a real meal, and receive real support. But if lounges aren't your style, this next hidden advantage might be. Mistake number 10, forgetting that senior travelers can request a gate change for accessibility. Gate assignments change constantly. Sometimes your gate ends up half a mile from security, or worse, a different terminal. Most seniors think they're stuck with whatever gate appears on the screen. But airlines actually allow an accessibility-related gate change if the distance is too far or the terminal connection is difficult. This isn't special treatment, it's operational flexibility. If the airline has an equally suitable gate that reduces walking distance, they can move your flight. Most don't, because they don't know they can even ask. But if you ask politely and the airline has options, they often make the switch, because it reduces delays and boarding issues caused by exhausted passengers. This next mistake ties directly into this, and it's one seniors never realize until it's too late. Mistake number 11, sitting far from the gate, which causes missed announcements and stress. Most seniors try to avoid the noise by sitting somewhere quieter than the gate area, but this comes with a hidden consequence. Gate changes, boarding announcements, warnings, upgrades, and delay notifications. You miss most of them when you're too far away, and gate changes happen constantly. If you're not near your gate, you can easily find yourself walking from one end of the terminal to the other with only minutes to spare. The secret? Find seating close enough to hear announcements, but not in the middle of the crowd. Airports purposely place comfortable chairs and quieter seating just outside the primary gate area, close enough for updates, far enough for comfort. And that brings us to the final, and perhaps the biggest, mistake seniors make before their flight. Mistake number 12, not asking for help when you actually need it. This is the one every senior admits only after something goes wrong. Traveling today requires walking long distances, standing in lines, navigating confusing terminals, carrying luggage, staying aware of fast-moving schedules. You are not supposed to do this alone. The airline never expected you to. Every airport you walk through is filled with people whose job is to help you. but they only activate their support when you speak up. Ask for a cart. Ask for a seat assignment change. Ask for early boarding. Ask for help with your bag. Ask for extra time. Ask for a quieter area. Ask for what makes you comfortable. Airports are complex systems, but systems respond to signals. And the moment you signal that you need support, the system adapts to you. That's not demanding. That's using the travel experience the way it was meant to be used. Every mistake in this video comes down to one truth. Airports reward the traveler who asks, not the one who struggles silently. You now understand the shortcuts, the hidden perks, the systems that were already there, waiting for you to activate them. Your travel days aren't supposed to drain you. They're supposed to work with you. So here's your master key phrase to remember on every future trip. I need a little extra time and support today. That one sentence unlocks nearly everything. Use it at check-in. Use it at security. Use it at boarding. Use it whenever you feel rushed, unsure, or uncomfortable. Now I want to hear from you. What's the best airport or airline assistance you've ever received? Or the one perk you wish you knew about earlier? Share it in the comments. Your experiences help thousands of other senior travelers. And if you want more hidden airport intel, secret perks, and calm, confident travel guidance, make sure you subscribe for future videos. Until next time, fly smarter.